Okay, we're going to do an update. I got most of the plants outside now, and this container has some lettuce in it. And the day I planted most of them, we had some solar flares, really bad ones, actually for 2 days, and I thought I was going to lose everything. As you can see, that's why a lot of this stuff sort of but it's starting to come back here in the middle now. It's on the rebound, so praise God for that. My fennel's coming back. It was withering, and like I said, the sun was really hard on them, and it didn't have a chance to get that spring, where it's slowly acclimatized. But anyway, that's the fennel. And spinach is shot up over here. It's shot up like 2 inches just in the last couple of days. I got it over here, and it's got quite a bit of shade. It's got a little bit of sun, but it's mostly in the shade. It's doing really well over here. So spinach is doing great. The garlic is growing. It's rained quite a bit and perking everything up. My Asian beans that I actually had 2 types of, but I ended up with 1 type because I guess I gave most of the other ones away. But I still got some, and they're popping up. My Asian beans, these are the biggest. These beans are supposed to be about 3 foot long a piece, so that'd be kind of exciting. And let's see, I have some others popping up down here. I put them in behind the Swiss chard, and they are popping up too. I was hoping they would come up soon. There's another one. There's several I see down there. The Swiss chard is since it's rained on it, and I put some azomite on it, it's doing really good. Need to get a salad in me tonight. I do good for a while, then I forget to eat my salads. You really need to eat your greens every day, amen? You get tired when doing all this gardening, boy, sometimes it'll wear you out, and then you get so tired you don't feel like cooking. But anyway, another thing is, don't think you can't get weeds in a raised bed, because you can still get root weeds. I guess the birds go by and they come out of the birds or something, but somehow weed seeds get even in here. Not as bad, but thought I was going to get out of weeding. Last year wasn't too bad. Okay, the garlic, it's growing really fast now. Every time I come out here, it's like it's just growing. My neighbor said it should be ready about June. This is almost March, April, May, June. So we got about 3 more months on that. Okay, a strawberry box that I need to probably replant, but it looks like I have one coming back over here, right here. I took it in last year. I thought I killed it, all of it, and I wouldn't get any plants to come back this year, but I think that's one at least. I'm probably going to buy a couple more. They do spread pretty fast. I want to get several more things, but okay. This box I have planted with fennel, and instead of square foot gardening, I got square inch gardening this year, and I'm trying to squeeze in as much as possible. Now, I do have 3 fennel here. That might be pushing it. I don't know. I'm hoping not. And in the back, I have 2 Green Johnson, or German Johnson. What are the German Johnson tomatoes? I never grew German Johnson before. These were my 2 real large ones that I had inside. And the bottoms, they look kind of tawny, but I think they'll be okay. Next box, I'm going to put some more tomato plants, but I haven't got them yet. I need to get my beefsteaks. I lost all my beefsteaks because of Miracle-Gro, but we won't go into that. But anyway, there's a broccoli. Thankfully, I didn't lose everything. The next box, I have 2 Brussels sprouts. There's one, and there's the other. It's doing really well. The cucumbers that I transplanted outside, these are doing pretty good, but when the heat hits them, they don't like the heat at all, which is really weird. And I got these seeds from MP Gardener. I don't know, I think there's like 2 varieties of cucumber, and one I think is a hothouse and the other one is outdoor. So I might have gotten a hothouse one and not realized it. But I have some other cucumber seeds inside that I I may try to plant too, but they're hanging in there. I put this over for the shade because, again, I said the solar flares almost burnt up my cucumber. If you can see that, it burnt the leaf. It got so hot, and then this one. But fortunately, they're still growing. So I just kind of keep this there for the rain and for the shade, and kind of protect them a little bit until they get a little bit bigger. Next box, I got a broccoli in it, and I think tomatoes are going to go in the back of that one. The next box, another broccoli. Again, I got to get some more tomatoes for the back of that one. Okay, this box has broccoli. Okay, here are my beans. I forgot to mark my beans, and I forgot which. I put some beans over here to see which side of the house they would do better on as far as sun. And they teach you when you're gardening to take one species and plant it in a couple areas of your yard to see where it does the best. Now, I know beans grew on the other side of the wall last year, but I wanted to see how they do this year on this side, because it gets a pretty good amount of, what am I trying to say, sun too. These are some more Asian, what they call long beans or yard beans. This one's popping up. And I used a different soil mixture this year. I used, a different soil mixture. I'm going to see how good it does. Okay, so that's good to know. I found my beans. Okay, my next box is asparagus. There's some asparagus in here. And got an asparagus right here. I don't know if you can see that. The first year, little bitty tiny thing. Now I know it takes several years for asparagus to grow. I believe that's one too right there, but it's turning into, I really don't know what it's turning into. Like it's seeding out or something? I have to research asparagus. Oh, here's another little guy. There's another asparagus right there. You see it? Let's see if we can see that right there. Yep. It looked like a bunch of roots, and I planted all the roots, and there were 6 of them. And I didn't know what was going to happen. So I'll have to research that. But that's definitely an asparagus there. Let's move that wire right there. And another one right over there. Where is it? Right there. Oh, okay. Well, my husband wanted them, so he got asparagus. The next box is cherry tomatoes. I kind of squished. I put 6 in here last year, and it worked. It ended up being like a tomato bush. I kind of squished an extra one in here, so I have 7 in here. I wasn't sure, they weren't doing too good in the house, but since I brought them outside in the last couple of days, they seem to be picking back up. So, thank God for that. Alright. Across the street here, I have my onion box, and my onions are doing really well. Last year, like I said, I got them. I didn't understand that they would dry out so quickly. So the little bulbs or whatever you call them last year, they didn't do. So this year, the minute they came out in the store, I grabbed them and I planted them within a few days. And so they're all coming up. And so we're going to find out how many onions you can grow in a tote. Okay, this box I have planted okra and radishes. This is my okra and radish box. I've got like 6 okra in here, and I know that seems to be pushing it, but I'm going to try it. And I got a row or 2 of radishes. I can't remember. I think it was 1 row. But anyway, I love the flowers on okra. We're going to see what happens. Again, square inch gardening instead of square foot. We're going to try it a little bit tighter this year because I have to. This box and that box are not planted yet. I'm still praying about that. I'm not sure what's going to go into these 2. Okay. Then there's my blueberry bush. Down here is my little fruit area. I have fruit, and the blueberries are doing really well. Again, this is only my 2nd year trying any of this, so the carpenter's motto is measure twice, cut once. I've been doing a lot of studying on different things, herbs and plants and soil and minerals and vitamins and different things you need to put in the soil, compost. I've really been studying, so hopefully some of this will be paying off in the future. This is the second year for my blueberry plants. Last year I got quite a bit of harvest on them. They're probably about a 4-year-old plant. I would say they were about 3 years old last year, so they're about 4 years old. Okay, my rain barrel project worked pretty well. They're trying to kind of slide off of my blocks, and I'm having a small dilemma on that. They need to come forward. Yeah, they're definitely sliding. Oh boy. Okay, well they slid even more. The front one's empty, the back one is full, and we got a bunch of rain, and it got muddy, and now it's tilting. I see it's tilting. Okay. Well, definitely gonna have to figure that one out. I'm gonna have to siphon the water out of that and do that over. Okay, there's a project for the day. My thornless blackberry vine is doing great. It's all come back, and it's going up, and it's doing really well. Okay, over here I haven't planted it all yet. So far I only have like one. This is supposed to be a sugar baby watermelon. It's pretty small. I don't know if it's done, and I may replant this. Watermelon seeds need to be replanted. And over here I have a raspberry that doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot. So I don't know when raspberries are supposed to bloom or come back or whatever, but we shall see. And then, as you can see, it's the morning time, and let's see, I'm trying to see with the glare. I'm standing in the shade, but the sun comes up over here between two trees, between that tree and this tree, and this tree and this one, and I'm thinking right in that angle, you can't tell it, but it's an angle, I'm going to put about 3 more totes and plant acorn squash, butternut squash, and yellow crookneck squash right there, coming down, let it come down the hill. And because there's my pumpkin, my cacao pumpkin, I lost one of my pumpkins, but I got one of them made it. So that's my cacao pumpkin, and it's doing really well. I'm praying it makes it. And I put a broccoli in front of it. I love broccoli. There's also some ginger down over here. This is like a really big tub. It's about a 30, I don't know, maybe a 50-gallon tub. I don't know, it's big. My neighbor gave it to me, so anyway. What I'm going to do with the cacao is I'm going to put it up this trellis. I'm going to train it up the trellis, and then I'm going to put some netting in the tree or something. I'm going to hopefully hang the pumpkins off of the tree. This tree is a mimosa tree, and I just thought it would look unusual. I got some low-hanging branches there too, if it vines up the branch, and it's in the sun most of the day. So anyway, that was my plan so far. And so far that's what we got. Everything's mowed and trimmed, and then we're supposed to get some more rain, so still have a lot of wood to burn. I've burned some of it, but I still have a lot of work to do. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a fun time with your gardening and everything, and God bless, and come back. We enjoyed having you. God bless. Bye bye.